Well, another Shabbat. So I'm going to tell you all Shabbat Shalom. What's been going on this week? Well, you know what's going on in America better than I do. I live in Israel. And what's going on in Israel is much ado about nothing. No change. We haven't been able to put together enough of a common cause with the left to be able to properly continue the war with the idea of winning. Our soldiers are fighting, our people are dying. We're being subjected to continuous missile attacks from Lebanon. The government is waiting for the latest American proposals, which are essentially dictates, which will be ignored. At some point, it's going to have to break. We can't continue to sit here and have over 100,000 Israelis evacuated from their homes, and the children not having a proper school system that they can go to in the places they've been evacuated to. The situation is essentially not fluid. I wish it was fluid. But on the home front, much ado about nothing, and continuously arguing between the left and the right, about the future of Israel, because the decisions that will be made concerning the future of Israel. Speaking of the future of Israel, unless President Donald Trump is elected, we can see a very bad situation. We'll see a situation with the nuclear effort in Iran will continue to get unlimited funding. We'll see the situation in which all aid to Israel will be curtailed to a certain point, maybe not completely stopped, but curtailed to a certain point, which will not allow us to win the war. Under Harris, I have to say the truth, Kamala is, from what I've been able to see, has built an empire of lies. It may be that she's a psychological liar. She doesn't know the truth. She ignores anything that's contrary to what she's already determined in her warped little mind what the truth is. Okay, the last debate was, a complete and absolute failure for both sides, for Trump and for Kamala. But it was 3-on-1. Considering that, Trump could have come out a lot worse because he went into a card game where all the cards were stacked against him. And maybe he's just basically wants to believe the best in people, and I think that's true. But his advisors should have told him not to accept the debate under those conditions. And I understand now that he's not going to debate again, which may be very wise, because as long as the Democrats control the news system, the news reporters, the news agencies, he won't get a fair shake. So, President Trump, if you're hearing this, what I request is that you give a Zoom for your supporters in Israel. We'll have a community gathering and a Zoom, which will be filmed. And we'll ask questions and we'll get answers from you. And this will help us to complete our project of registering all of the Israeli Americans to vote. So that would be nice, sir, if you could be so kind as to organize a Zoom with the president of the Israeli Republican Party. And I will be happy also to ask questions, and I'm sure that everybody else will. So now to the last and final issue, and that would be what's happening in America, the land I love, the land I fought for. I could not imagine such total control of the left wing over the news system, over absolutely everything. I cannot understand why there's a city in Ohio that we originally had about 20,000 residents, now it's 80,000 with the immigrants from Haiti, that in their own town that they built, they're now a minority. I assume these people will have the right to vote for local elections, if not for the presidential election, which will be a terrible thing. Non-American citizens voting for American elections for a city, state, and sooner or later for federal elections. So if that's the case, you can kiss democratic America goodbye, because all of the countries that these people are coming from are dictatorships, and they basically pay people or intimidate people to vote one way or another. So they're quite used to being paid by the Democrats, because that's the way it was at home. And the gangs, well, of course, the gangs won't be molested as long as Kamala wants to totally defund the police on the local, state, and national level. I wish you all could escape to Israel, but I strongly hope the American Jewish community, which has the right to come to Israel immediately by the right of return, pack your bags. Pack your bags. This is like the last minute before the Holocaust against the Jews will reinvent itself in a different way in a country that's supposedly democratic. Leave America while you're still able to. If you stay, you will experience all the horrors of the Holocaust again. Shabbat Shalom from Israel.